Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel. Will AI be able to learn what our animals say or think? So make sure to watch the full video. Machine learning and artificial intelligence, AI, have been used to evaluate and translate human languages for many years. New language-based technologies, including sophisticated chatbots and voice-activated smart devices, have also emerged as a result of the expansion of human communication channels. Researchers are now using AI to explore animal communication with the goal of deciphering animal languages to aid in conservation and sustainability efforts. According to Katie Zakarian, CEO and co-founder of the Earth Species Project, ESP, a group that use AI to decipher animal communication, we are on the verge of applying the advances we are seeing in the development of AI for human language to animal communication. With this advancement, we believe we are headed quickly toward a scenario in which two-way contact with other species is likely. ESP, a nonprofit organization with headquarters in California, has been striving for years to create machine learning algorithms that can translate animal communication by spotting trends in behavioral ecology studies. Large data sets include animal communications, oral, visual, and physical, can be analyzed in this context. The objective, according to the researchers, is to identify the circumstances under which an animal emits a communication signal, how the receiving animal responds, and which signals are pertinent to affecting behavior. Experts claim that today's massive amounts of animal communication data being gathered with ever more advanced sensors and recording devices make AI analysis both feasible and actually necessary. This includes equipment that can be put up and record sound in previously inaccessible ecosystems, such as deep seas and mountain peaks. For instance, ESP collaborates with more than 40 partner biologists and ecological organizations globally to source datasets, using AI to analyze animal communication. The sounds of life. How digital technology is bringing us closer to the worlds of animals and plants. Author Karen Backer, a professor at the University of British Columbia, called AI a phenomenal pattern recognition machine. That, however, only gets us so far. We do need to connect this to behavior in order to fully comprehend animal communication. According to specialists, AI-powered analyses of animal communication will incorporate data sets from both bioacoustics, which records individual creatures, and ecoacoustics, which records entire ecosystems. The first benchmark for evaluating the effectiveness of machine learning algorithms in bioacoustics research was made accessible to the public by ESP in October 2022. The BEANS, the benchmark of animal sounds, system uses 10 datasets of varied animal communications to create a baseline for machine learning classification and detection performance. Data from various species, including birds, amphibians, primates, elephants, and insects like honeybees, are being researched in various attempts to decipher animal communication. Additionally, research is being done on canine and feline communication. However, experts point out that interaction between cetaceans, whales, dolphins, and other marine mammals, and their communication is particularly promising. Because of their extensive history -34 million years as a socially adaptable cultural species, cetaceans are particularly fascinating, according to Zakarian. Additionally, more of their communication is compelled to use the acoustic channel underwater because light does not travel through water well. Bioacoustics and AI-powered analysis of animal communication, according to researchers, can considerably boost ecological study and conservation efforts. For instance, in the Indian Ocean in 2021, researchers utilized acoustic records to pinpoint a new species of blue whale. The research team stated in a Nature article describing the discovery that each blue whale population has a particular vocal signature, which can be used to recognize and monitor different acoustic populations or acoustic groupings. Ecologists can also assess the state of the environment by listening to ecosystems and deciphering animal communication, according to specialists. For instance, this entails improving knowledge of how animal populations are impacted by distributed human activity, such as logging and noise pollution. Audio recordings, for instance, have recently been used in Costa Rica to assess the growth and condition of reforested rainforest regions. According to Zakarian, by observing the sounds coming from nature, we can listen for changes in social structure, the dissemination of cultural information, or physiological stress. Wildlife communication analysis using AI has also been used to design marine wildlife conservation zones. For instance, researchers have used AI to analyze shipping route data and marine communication recordings off the United States' west coast to develop mobile marine protected areas and forecast possible alliances between creatures and ships. The World Economic Forum's head of AI and machine learning, Kay Firth Butterfield, stated that the first step towards giving other species on the globe a voice in discussions about our environment is to understand what animals have to say. As an illustration, should boats change course, or should whales be asked to dive out of the way of boats when this fundamentally changes their feeding? Additionally, researchers are dealing with ethical issues. This includes, most significantly, the potential for harm when two-way communication channels are established between people and animals, or between animals and machines. When asked if the animals would even desire to converse, Bakker said, "We're not quite sure what the effect will be on the animals. Maybe if they could communicate with us, they would tell us to leave." The worries regarding injury and animal exploitation are being addressed and reduced by researchers. For instance, ESP is collaborating with its partners to create a set of guiding principles to direct its research and guarantee that it always promotes conservation and animal welfare. What kind of technology enables these innovations? In order to collect data for digital bioacoustics, researchers place tiny, lightweight digital recorders, similar to tiny microphones, all over the world, from the Arctic to the Amazon. These microphones can be mounted on whales' or turtles' backs. You can dangle them from birds or place them on the tallest peak or in the deepest part of the ocean. They are able to continually record, around the clock, in remote locations that are difficult for scientists to access, even in the dark, and without disrupting the ecosystem as would happen when human observers are added. This instrumentation generates a data flood, and artificial intelligence steps in to help sort through it. After all, the same natural language processing algorithms that we use to great success in applications like Google Translate may also be used to find patterns in non-human communication. What kind of communication styles are these, for instance? There is a specific study where Yossi Yovel's team tracked almost 24 Egyptian fruit bats for 2.5 months and recorded their vocalizations that I mentioned in the chapter on bats, where I cover Yossi Yovel's research from Tel Aviv University. The researchers then modified a voice recognition program to examine 15,000 of the noises, and the algorithm connected particular sounds with particular social behaviors seen on recordings, such a fight between two bats over food. The majority of bat noises may then be classified by the researchers using this method. This is how Yovel and other scientists, like Jerry Carter of The Ohio State University, were able to conclude that bats have much more sophisticated language than we previously believed. Bats fight for food. They communicate with one another by using different signature calls for the sexes of the people they are speaking to. The mother bat communicates with her young in a language akin to motherese. But unlike human mothers, who raise their voices when speaking to infants, mother bats speak at a lower pitch, which causes infants to babble at first, before learning to speak words or referential signals as they get older. Bats thus practice vocal learning. What effect is technology having on how we perceive the natural world? The development of digital bioacoustics is comparable to that of the microscope. The microbial world was first observed by Dutch scientist Antony van Leeuwenhoek while peering through his microscopes, and this discovery served as the catalyst for a great number of subsequent discoveries. Thus, the microscope allowed us to see the world in new ways using our eyes and imaginations. Here, digital bioacoustics and AI are compared to a planetary scale hearing aid that allows us to listen with our prosthetically augmented ears and imagination. The so-called gap between humans and non-humans, as well as our relationship to other species, are some fundamental questions that are slowly beginning to enter our brains as a result. It's also introducing fresh perspectives on preserving the environment and our relationship to the Earth. It has a lot of depth. So that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. Use the comments section below to tell us your thoughts about the video. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to be notified of all the latest videos.